Hello, Dan Harvey for Imagineer Systems here with a look at sharing Roto shapes for 360 video between Mocha VR and Autodesk Flame. Here's an example of a stitched equirectangular or lat-long clip. I'll switch to the Lens tab in Mocha. When a source clip has an aspect ratio of 2:1, Mocha offers the option of selecting an equirectangular lens distortion model. Selecting this option activates the 360-degree viewing mode. When selected, the view is looking out from the center of the 360 video environment, and we can pan and zoom freely within it by holding the X and Z hotkeys whilst dragging the left mouse button. I plan to export a Roto shape for this car, so I'll begin by drawing an X-spline shape around it. Right-clicking the mouse closes the shape, and dragging a tangent handle will adjust the tension on a shaped vertex. Now that I'm happy with my shape, I'll hit the Track Forward button to begin tracking. The shape I've drawn covers the entire car, which is a three-dimensional object and not a plane, so I don't expect a perfect result without some intervention. Note how I can still pan and zoom the image whilst the track is processing. I can stop the track at any point, adjust the shape vertices, and add and remove vertices as required. Automatic keyframing is enabled here, so the shape will animate when I adjust it, and the new shape from this keyframe onwards will be used for the tracker analysis. I started tracking from the middle of the shot as that's where my target object was best aligned with the camera. So I'll continue tracking back to the start of the clip and tweaking my shape as I go. When tracking is complete, I'll select the shape, change its matte colour and layer properties, display the matte, and scrub the timeline to view it. I can now export the shape data either from the button in the track menu or from the drop-down list of export types in the file menu. Mocha exports shape data to a broad range of third-party applications, including Flame, so I'll select Flame Gmask export and select a destination file. Now I'll move over to Flame and switch to the Batch workspace. I'll drag an import node into the batch schematic in order to load my source clip. Next, I'll add a Gmask node and parent its front input off of my source clip. I'll enable a 2-up viewport layout by hitting Alt-2. I'll hit Escape to show the batch schematic in the left viewport, select the mask node, and hit the Load Setup button to load the Gmask I exported from Mocha. Note how the Gmask tracks correctly across the frame boundaries. When I hit the tilde key to show the mask schematic view, we can see that there are two geometry nodes, one for each side of the frame boundary. I plan to adjust the softness of these Gmasks, so I'll set the required edge softness mode and set up an expression in order to link their parameters. I'll open up the channel editor, copy the border softness channel from the first geometry and link it to the second, creating an expression. I can now adjust the softness on both geometries simultaneously. Now I'll switch back to the batch schematic and add a color warper node. I'll parent its front and back inputs off of the source clip and parent its matte input off of my imported Gmask. Now the Gmask is used to hold out the grade I apply in the color warper. I'll push the brightness, contrast and gamma of the car in the color warper in order to make it stand out better. Finally, I'd like to see the result in a 360 view in Flame, so I'll add an action node, add a new input with the Ctrl and N shortcut, switch to the action schematic and Alt drag the image surface away to remove it. I'll select the source clip in the media list and add this in as an IBL, which will work as an environment map when I parent it off of the camera. I'll double click in the IBL node to display its settings and enable users back to use it as an environment map. Now I can orbit the camera and change its field of view in order to see the colour corrected car in a 360 degree environment. Thanks for watching. For more Mocha tutorials and workflows for sharing Mocha data with third-party applications, check out the videos at imagineersystems.com.